Greetings, and thanks for joining us today on this beautiful fall afternoon out here at the park. I've got a great idea. Let's talk trucks, shall we? Why? Because trucks give you so many choices to personalize and customize either your daily driver or your daily work vehicle. Let's take the 2021 Chevy Silverado, for example. Do you want a regular cab and a long truck bed? Or could you go for a double cab to handle more passengers with a standard size bed? How about a crew cab for even more interior space for your passengers, coupled with a short bed instead? Or better yet, how about a crew cab with a standard bed? What's it gonna be? All right, well now, do you want a two-wheel drive or four-wheel drive truck? Now we've got to pick an engine and transmission combination. Do you want a 4, 6, or 8-cylinder engine, coupled with either a 6, 8, or 10-speed automatic transmission? Hey, we're not finished yet. Gasoline or diesel? Which would you prefer? But wait, there's more. We even have to pick a Silverado trim level. You could go with the base WT model. How about the custom edition, the LT, the RST, the LTZ? Why do I feel like I'm in a alphabet spelling contest or something? I don't know. Anyway, besides the LTZ, you could get the High Country, the Custom Trail Boss, or even the LT Trail Boss. All right, okay, enough about this. How about we just take a quick look at this beautiful 2021 Chevy Silverado 1500, and I'll simply point out some of the highlights of it so you can see what making all of these decisions might look like out here in the real world. First off, this is obviously Chevy's Street Performance Rally Sport Truck, or RST edition. It's four-wheel drive with a crew cab and a short bed, and it sports the 5.3-liter V8 Ecotec 3 gasoline engine, generating 355 horsepower, 383 pound-feet of torque, and that's coupled with an 8-speed automatic transmission. Some of the other items added on this particular Silverado besides the V8 engine are the Performance Air Intake System, the Catback Performance Exhaust, these amazing 22-inch wheels that look incredible, the side running boards, which I really need, the handy tonneau cover, well, okay, so I'm not so great at pronouncing French words, but you get the idea. There's also the truck bed protection package with a spray-on bed liner and rear wheelhouse liners. The assist steps that are built into the rear bumper. The power moonroof, which, if I had my way, would be a standard feature on every vehicle sold in the world. They added bucket seats and a complete leather package for the vehicle. They also included all-weather mats, as well as the convenience package too, which adds the upgraded infotainment system with the 8-inch screen. There's even a rear sliding power window, additional power outlets, rear vision camera, and an upgraded Bose stereo system, and a whole lot more. Impressive, isn't it? All right, well, I think it's time we take it for a spin. So let's go. I am sitting in a truck, not just any truck, but a Chevrolet truck, and not just any Chevy truck, the Chevy Silverado for 2021, and it's the RST edition. So it's a new experience for me. I haven't been in a Chevy truck for so long. How about you? All right, one of the first things you're gonna notice when you get into this vehicle is, number one, you need to get into it, and that means you need to step up on the side rail. And this grip over here really comes in handy. Most people normally use steering wheel, but that's well engineered, if I do say so myself. Okay, I know that's pretty simple, but I'm easily entertained. And what's entertaining about this is the gauge system up front is classic Chevrolet. You've got your analog tachometer, your speedometer, you've got your oil pressure, your coolant temperature, your fuel gauge, as well as your battery gauge. I haven't seen those gauges in forever, but thankfully they have a center, about a 4-inch digital readout display, and here I have my instrumentation, a digital readout for my fuel efficiency. I can go through it and get average fuel economy, brake pad life, air filter life, tire pressure, all that good stuff. You can just flip right through it, tell you what's going on with your vehicle. So that comes in very handy. Oh, sorry. Moving and grooving. And this classic truck sound coming from this sport exhaust is just incredible. Oh man, I'm in a school zone. Now I gotta slow down. Life is cruel. But at least they're back in school, hey? Anyway, so now we're slowly going around the corner. And what's very, very nice to know is that you're riding on your classic truck chassis, and yet it's extremely comfortable for daily driving, and it gives you a choice of 3 different drive modes. You can go into your normal mode, you have a sport mode, and of course your off-road mode. But I'm going to keep it in normal because it's a normal everyday kind of drive for me. But you can get sporty in this, and that's a lot of fun. And with this V8 engine, it moves this massive machine. And this is a massive machine. I mean, it's got a tremendous amount of trailering capacity, payload capacity in the back bed. You've got people capacity. And in this one in particular, what's great is that they've installed the bucket seats, and it's got the complete leather package, front and rear. And the front seats here are heated, which comes in very handy. Plus, you have a tremendous amount of soft touch material around this area, this crew bed, and the wood accents, so very nice all the way across, a nice brush chromed feel to it. And one of the things that I really liked on the exterior styling is the way they have the chrome accent flowing over and around the window, as well as a trim at the base, and that actually mimics the flow of the chrome in the doors around here. And so it's that angular, symmetry that really kind of stands out, especially on a black on black vehicle like we're riding in today. All right, now we're coming up to a stoplight, which we're going to come up to a lot of them. And this does have the auto start stop feature, which will shut it off as it has, just to try to improve the fuel efficiency just a little bit, which is always a nice thing, especially when you're driving a larger vehicle like this. You have your traditional, at this point, your automatic start stop button. You also have, and this is kind of strange, the push button for your parking brake right down here. So you just got to remember that. But your shifter is this huge stalk still on the column. That's a throwback, a little bit more traditional style, but you still get a tremendous amount of performance out of the vehicle. Now, speaking of performance, at least my kind of performance, I love the fact that we have the upgraded Bose stereo system here, because this always makes a ride and a drive so much more enjoyable, whether it's for work or for pleasure. And this really is a work machine. I mean, you have over here the ability to, punch in. You're in 2-wheel drive like we are around town. You can go to 4-wheel drive. You can go to off-road moding, just, again, right here at a touch of a button. Or you can do it with an automatic setting. So it'll do all the work for you. So that's always nice along the way. Plus, what's great is you have a tremendous amount of storage area. You've got storage bins on the side door. You've got it in the door handle. There's a storage area right up front here. It's nice textured so things don't make a lot of noise when they roll around. A pen holder along the way. 2 big old cup holders right here. And you have a place to hold your cell phone, which is always a nice plus. And a cavernous center console here that can hold a tremendous amount of stuff. Plus, it also has your regular USB input, plus a C input and an auxiliary input. You also have another C and USB right here, as well as your 12 volt. So you've got plenty of, ways to power up your toys along the way. Now, you're still in a truck, and you've got these big, giant wheel and tire configuration on this thing. I mean, we've got our 22 inches on here. This is, not only do you sit up high, but you're going to feel the road just a bit more. But I would go with it. It's a $3,000 option, and what is that, $750 a wheel? Oh, for 22s like that, black gloss, 5-spoke, I'm in, done. Especially on a machine like this. because this really is a work machine and your daily driver. And so you should have, whatever you want on it. Now, as far as tunes are concerned, you also have the ability to have your Apple CarPlay and Android Auto connectivity here. And this is easily visible on your 8-inch screen right up here. So it's a very nice, very easy to access touchscreen. You have your system, you have your apps, you have your vehicle configurations. Now you have your home buttons, the touchscreen settings for your music and your phone, etc. But you also have a hard copy right underneath it. So that way, if you just want to not mess with your touchscreen, you don't have to. You still have that tactile feel. Stereo control, volume knob, mute button, your tuning knobs, so it's rubberized, texture, so that comes in handy. No pun intended. Get it? Handy in your hand. Texture. Yeah, okay. And speaking of power outlets, there's additional power outlet back in the truck bed, so that's always nice to have. And I like the fact that they put that special treatment on the truck bed itself to give it that extra protection. The tonneau cover comes in handy as well, or whatever they call it in French. Like I said, I'm not good with French names. And speaking of storage, I almost forgot. Not only do you have excellent storage areas right up here on the center of your dash, but you also have 2 glove boxes, a top and a bottom. Very nice. And I forgot to mention down here, you also have a 120 volt power source. So like the one in the back, that will take care of you charging up whatever you need to charge up along the way. This would be great for long trips too, because the back seats are really comfortable and they're functional as well. The back seats, they have this storage area right behind the back itself, which is a great way to utilize that space. Plus, you can fold those seats up and there's additional storage area with a kind of a tucked-in area so things won't roll around. And when you get back there, you have, of course, your cup holders. And what's interesting is you have 2 cup holders in the back and you've got 2 more right back here on the center console. So they've got 4 back there. Huh, what do you know? They're getting more cup holders than we have up here. That's not fair, is it? Anyway, so they have storage behind the seats themselves right here on the driver and the passenger seat. And there are power sources and USBs for the folks in the back as well. And of course, I'm getting a little, crazed here, but you're sitting in this giant machine and you are literally towering over everybody else. Well, there's still a few giant RVs that I'm sure are taller than this, but still, this gives you such, as I always say, a commanding view of the road. We're gonna take our Chevy Silverado out on the highway to see how it feels. And I think other than 18-wheelers barreling down the road, we're the only ones with that get out of my way approach to driving today. Oh, that exhaust is awesome. Get the sport exhaust. It's well worth it. It's practical, it's responsive, it's comfortable, and of course you have an amazing view of the highway out front. Now, I'm not gonna kid you, the view out back, it's a little tight. I would definitely lower those headrests, but everywhere else around you, it's great. You even have your little blind spot mirror over here. I haven't seen one of those for a while, have you? Isn't it interesting how monstrously powerful these pickup trucks have become, while at the same time evolving into such civilized, people-moving machines? Is monstrously a word? Anyway, if you're looking for the best of both worlds, where you want the power of a truck and yet to enjoy riding in the lap of luxury, then you should definitely consider the 2021 Chevy Silverado. You have so many different packages and engines and transmissions to choose from. I'm sure you'll find just the right one for you.